This is Kerry Stellar with MMA UK and in the Girls Corner, and I am here with my friend Danny Maldonado. How
What's
you doing,
up?
Danny?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. What's been going on, man?
Lots been going on. Lots been going on. I mean, I made my pro debut like twice, I guess, because I'm fighting April. Because my opponent decided to disappear. So it's been a rough couple of weeks because I'm a little pissed about that. But I gotta move on. I got another opponent, so I gotta move on and fight this kid.
What is that like when you prepare for a fight and you put so much into a fight camp and your opponent decides to pull out for whatever reason? I mean, anyway around it, it's got to be aggravating.
Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of time into this. Like, I love fighting, so like, I put a lot of time. Like, I sacrifice time with friends, with my relationship. So it's like, it's hard being in a relationship when you're fighting because you have to sacrifice that time, and they don't see you as much. So it's like I put everything into this pro debut because it's my pro debut. Like the amateurs doesn't mean anything. So I wanted to make a statement, and for me to get there, that day was like the worst because I wake up in the morning, I get a haircut, I'm dehydrated, I get
The haircut.
I gotta look good for the cameras and the
Yep, yep,
pictures,
yep.
and then I get a message from the matchmaker saying there's an issue, and I'm like, oh god, like I mean, like it was the worst. So then, like I'm like, fuck it, like I go with my team. I'm like, let's just drive out there because PA is probably like 2.5 hours without traffic. So
Hmm.
like we left late because I didn't get a response on what the if the fight was happening or not. So I decided I'm starting to cut weight in the car. Like I put the sweet sweat on, I put
Yeah.
everybody's jacket on, and we blast the heater. And me and my team are on our way there. So we get to the Waynes. We get to the hotel, and they're saying the fight's on. So I'm like, great, fight's on. I'm super hyped. I run to the sauna and I start sweating out like 3 pounds. And then I get a call literally while I'm in the sauna that I should get out because the fight's off. So like the whole day was like a
Roller
like
coaster.
was a roller coaster. Like I was pissed, then I was excited, and then the part that pissed me off is that like the fight was a Friday, so I had a lot of friends take off of work. Some booked hotels for the night, and all to see me fight, and for the fight to be pulled because of somebody's like I don't know, negligence, and like obviously I took time off of work, and it's like all these factors came in, and like literally like probably one of the worst days of my life because I'm a competitor. I like to fight, so to to make it all, and it was my pro debut, so to make it all go away literally a day before the fight was very heartbreaking. So
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, though. So
Well, it's a ton of sacrifice. I mean, not just your time, like you said, you're sacrificing, your relationship with your friends, your family, respective other, whatever the case may be. A lot of people don't. If you're not a fighter, or don't know about the fight game, and you don't know what really goes into it. And you guys are training all the time. And it's not just even the training, you have to mentally prepare. It's a lot, it's taxing. And I think it takes, a mentally strong person to, say, you want to, I always joke around. I'm like, oh, so you want to date a fighter? Like, it's the girls don't understand. It sounds great. But I tell them, I'm like, dude, that's a tough life, Danny. But you have to put up with a lot and realize that, like,
yeah, I mean, it's
that
cool
comes
when the
first, honestly. Fight career.
it's cool when the girl's dating the guys like, yeah, my boyfriend's a fighter. He's sexy because I'm always in shape. And
Yeah.
then you realize that like, okay, this guy doesn't spend time with me, and when he does, he's tired
Yep.
and like
Grouchy.
yeah, like and then like, oh my god, like he's like skinny now and now he's fat. It's like
Angry.
he's like angry and like the mood swings, but it's like, man, like I always tell if I'm dating a girl, I always tell them like this is what my lifestyle is gonna be. So take it or leave it. Like I mean, you're gonna have to. It's not gonna be as normal as like it's not fucking like Dawson's Creek or some shit. Like it's not all like
The fact that you just pulled that out was great.
like
Dawson's
it's
Creek
tough.
Danny.
Like it's tough, but like you know it is what it is. I'm not gonna give this dream up for anybody. Like this is what I want to do, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it. So, I mean, if I had to sacrifice like relationships, I'll do what I have to do.
They'll come in time.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Relationships will come when they're supposed to, and you'll end up meeting a chick that's cool with it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is tough to find somebody that can mentally handle it. I was just talking to my friends the other day. They're like, "You're really single?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck." It's to find a guy that would be cool with a girl that hangs out with guys all the time. You got to be really secure. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I completely understand. It's a tough situation. But again, normal people don't, not that we're not normal, but they don't understand. If you're not in it, you don't get it. And so that's why I like doing these interviews and talking about personal shit, because it's like, I want people to see
I mean,
there's
I
crazy
don't
sides
I
of
don't
me.
shy away from that stuff. I'm an open book. Like, so I don't really care what people think, I just say what the fuck I want to say.
That's a
Better
beautiful
like,
thing. That's a beautiful thing. Now you got a fight coming up April 20th.
yep.
Why don't you tell us about that?
So I put that post up like when I that my opponent dropped out literally like an hour. So like an hour happened, I posted that thing up. I was pissed. Once I did that, for some reason everybody saw it, and I had like about 4 or 5 promoters hit me up with contract offers and things like that. CES MMA hit me up. I'm grateful for that. Premier FC hit me up. Obviously, Maverick, they wanted me to fight for them. CFFC were in contact with me. So I had a lot of options, stellar fights. I had a lot of options. The
Oh,
problem
they're
is,
all great fight promotions too.
yeah. The problem is that, I started working. Obviously, fighting doesn't pay anything as of yet. So it's hard to take like 2 days off of work when you just start working. So
It's
I
just talking
chose
about this.
I I chose Premier FC because it was on a Saturday. If that
There
was
you go.
and I was like, all right, I could just call out. I could call out sick on Friday. It wouldn't even matter. But
Yeah.
I'm fighting a legit opponent. He comes to fight. He's actually good, and I respect his skill. I think I'm a lot better. I still even though I had like a okay amateur career, I feel like people still sleep on me. I don't know why. Like I feel like my ground game is elite. My striking is great. I have great wrestling. He actually just won I believe his second amateur title. So now we're both making our debuts,
Nice.
and we're both very similar, except I'm a little bit better. But it should be a fun fight, and hopefully I finish him because I've been looking for that for a while.
You have, and the cool thing about going pro is that you have more tools, so to speak, in your belt, because you can utilize more stuff than you can in an
Yeah,
amateur fight. You can utilize elbows and ground and pound, and you know, I'm sorry, I lost the connection for a second. You can utilize elbows and ground and pound and things that you can't in an amateur fight. So I feel
yeah.
like that will speak volumes in your fight.
I mean, I always wanted to throw elbows. I feel like I have really sharp elbows, and my ground and pound, I always see options for elbows. Obviously, I couldn't throw it in the amateurs, but that's what I'm most excited about. I mean, it's great that I could throw elbows, but the guy can also elbow me back, so I got to be conscious of that as well.
Absolutely. So what are you doing now to prepare for this fight? You got it, so what, April 20th, you said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's, a couple weeks out. What is it like in the next 4 weeks for you, with fight camp and stuff?
I mean, since I just got out of a fight camp, I had to go right back into one. So I mean, just keeping that same rhythm. I mean, like that at the weigh-ins, at the weight cut went well. Like I felt super sharp. Like I felt my striking was sharp. My cardio was on point. So I just got to replicate that and just extend it a little bit, since obviously the fight is a month away, and so I was able to eat a little bit, gain a little more weight, but it's fine. I mean, I'm still doing the same exact thing I was doing before because I felt awesome. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I was doing before. A lot of boxing, a lot of I added my old striking coach into it as well, since this guy is a kickboxer. So my
Okay.
old striking coach is a kickboxer, so I added some sessions with him. just to focus on the kicks. But everything else is pretty much the same. I train at a couple of gyms, so every training session is fresh. So I get a little bored when I stay at the same gym. So I like to go to different gyms and rotate the training from there.
Tell us a little bit about the gyms that you train out of.
I train at ITC Jiu Jitsu. My head coach is actually Ryan Quinn. He's the 185 Rise Invitational Champion. Um, he's a black belt in the Hensel Gracie. He has a lot of insight, so that I get a lot of good work from him. I also train with Rob Acevedo out of Mendez Boxing. He's my head coach, so he's been sharpening my hands and my reaction time. And then I train at Ginger Ninja Athletics with my old kickboxing coach Nicholas Robin. So I got a huge team. A lot of guys, they all look at fight footage, so they all have their little game plan. So we put it all together, and we come up with the W. Like what I like is that all these coaches take this very seriously, like I do. And if you're going pro, like you need a serious team, not part-time team or oh yeah, you have it. I need people that are gonna tell me this guy is good, so we need to work on this thing. We need a game plan for this thing, and then all these guys are very smart. So I mean, all that knowledge goes into me, and I'm super confident I should be able to finish this guy. I mean, I feel like he's the favorite going into this just because he's the hometown guy, but I'm looking to put him away in devastating fashion.
Like that. Like that. I'm not, hashtag I'm not shocked. Danny, you've never changed. Never changed. You're one of my favorites. I love it. Do you feel like, I mean, you looking at, all the pros and everything that's going on now with like, people tend to use their mouths a little bit more than anything. And it's a big part of it. It's selling a fight. You got to do that. And it's funny because from our first interview to now, I see a little bit of a change.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit in your how you go about that, which I love. You've matured in the last two. I've known you for a while now.
Yeah.
And I think that's really great. And I think that comes with experience. And now you're a pro, so it's like you do got to come at it a little differently. And who wants to be the next fucking Conor McGregor? He's there. Be the next Danny Maldonado.
Exactly. I'm better looking too.
Danny Maldonado one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you coach at any of the gyms that you train at?
I actually started coaching at this gym not too far from me. It's New York Ultimate Fit Zone. Mm-hmm. I teach the MMA class. So I also I teach a lot of like MMA drills. So I also drill with the class. I feel like it's great that I do that because I feel like I start fixing some mistakes because I can't teach people bad shit. So I have to make sure it's like on point. So yeah, I started doing that. Just I don't need it. I don't need to do it for the money. I kind of do it just for fun.
Yeah.
But it helps me in my progression. So I like that.
It's you're always learning, right? So exactly. It's also got to keep you in that headspace of that. You have that where you're always learning. And that's huge because I kind of feel like when people think that they know it all, that's when they don't know anything. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be something new coming out something that you got to stay up on the current.
Exactly.
So what have you learned? What has been what I'd say the biggest learning experience in the last, say, 2 years, if going from an amateur to a pro fighter and now having your pro debut in a few weeks?
What have I learned? I mean, I haven't learned shit. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I guess I learned to just be a little more patient and have like a smarter approach to training. I've always had like a smart approach to training, but I feel like I've overtrained a lot, and my diet hasn't been as good as it's supposed to. So I guess my diet has changed, my patience, and just my fight IQ. Obviously, if you do something for a while and you start training or even studying for a test or something, you're gonna get smarter at it. So I feel like the more work I put in, the smarter I get, and I feel like I'm finally at a place where everything is running smooth. Kind of want to stay in that headspace. So yeah, I feel like I just learned to be patient and just go with the process. I mean, I've been in camp for like since September. Like I had so many things like fall out and opponents back out or just contracts don't make sense or injuries. So it's like, you know, I was forced to be patient. So
Yeah.
now I'm here. Hopefully, it's like less than a month away. So hopefully he shows up at the weigh-ins and then we can finally scrap.
Well, patience is it's a learned thing. People think that you just have it. No, you don't. You got to learn, because
So
you got to learn. It's such to have patience is very humbling because you have to like really put your ego aside and your feelings aside and say, all right, well, shit happens. Let's just keep it moving because there's nothing you could do. You can only control what you have. So it's really great that you have had that, and that experience. And you're so young, so to have that now is amazing, especially at the start of your pro career.
yeah.
That couldn't have come at a better time. Um, you've been doing this for a long time. Have you done any tweaking to your weight cutting? Because there's such controversies with weight cutting. You hear people having, sodium dumps and this and that, and what do you do to get there healthily now?
The last weight cut was like smooth. Like usually like the week before the fight, I'm like 140, maybe like 138. This camp I was stuck at 132. So like my weight was super low, and it was just my diet. I started intermittent fasting, but
Oh,
like
that's huge.
yes, but I was also eating clean. I wasn't just like eating cheeseburgers and something like that. So like it was hard for me to like go any higher. So I was like, this is great, and I was already fit. So I think it's just like eating clean and intermittent fasting, and the fact that I was 8 pounds less than I used to be uh, a week before the fight was pretty good. So hopefully I could do the same, replicate the same thing, and have it be like that again because it made it. I was able to train like hard at 132
Yeah.
as opposed to like the last camp I had, the last fight I had, I dropped like 5 pounds. I was 138 and I was sparring and my body just shut down. Like I was trash and I don't know what happened. But the fact that I was able to train hard, I was sparring the day before weigh-ins.
And you were feeling great. That's
And I was
awesome.
feeling great. Like the day before weigh-ins, I was doing a lot of light sparring and I still had that same energy. So that was pretty dope. So I want to have that same replication and have it be like that this time.
I have a friend that went through a crazy weight loss journey. I don't know the exact number that he lost, but it was incredible amount. And he did it with intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell the audience uh, what that is exactly? Because a lot of people don't know what it is, and there's misconceptions. And tell people what it is and why it doesn't deplete you.
Uh, well, you don't eat for like 12 to, well, it depends. Like 12, like you can fast for like 12 hours a day and then it like helps your digestive system. So you just like flushes your body out. So it keeps like fat away. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you just don't eat for a long period of time. I try to fast for 16 hours a day. And well, I do it like at night. So when I sleep, I'll sleep for like what 8 hours. So like that's the trick. You have to like put in your sleep. So then you.
That's a good idea. I mean, you fast anyway when you're sleeping, unless you're
Yeah, yeah. So it's like
the night.
I'll stop eating at 10 o'clock, and then I won't eat till like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
But I'll have like water and a cup of coffee or something like that. So it flushes me out. Like, and then I wake up, I have like a six pack. I'm lean.
Yep.
So that actually helped me out a lot. But it's also like you have to eat clean as well. Like I'll eat like vegetables and chicken and stuff like that.
You
So
drink a lot of water though when you fast, right?
yo, yeah, you have to because you're
Yeah. A
starving
lot
to
of
death.
people
So
think
you
it's
need
just like you don't do anything. I said, no. You need to have something to stick. You need water.
and you're allowed to have like a little bit of milk in your coffee. Like you can have some calories and like
Okay.
you have stevia, like the 0 calorie sugar.
Yeah.
You could use that and milk. I mean, water and coffee. It kind of fills you up, so you don't even realize that you haven't eaten yet. So
Yeah. It's funny because I used to do hair. That was my job, and it was you don't realize when you're busy all day that all of a sudden you're like, shit, I didn't eat at all, and when
yeah,
8-9 hours and you haven't eaten anything. So I've actually done that for years and not even realized it. And it's funny because now that you mention that's what keeps you lean. I've never had a problem with weight, and I've always had that where
There you
I'll go
go.
hours without eating and not even realize it. You know, there's a I've been talking about it with a lot of fighters. It's called two different things. In Hollywood, it's called the lemonade diet. Other people call it the master cleanse. What it is, because there's a lot of cleanses that you could do that are natural. There's a lot of cleanses that you could go to like a nutrition store and get their system, which is like different pills and ways of doing it. The master cleanse is literally 12 days, 12 to however many you can handle it, and you could go on and on because it's the mixture that you make has all the nutrients you need to live in one day, right? And it's a mixture of you use distilled water, the cleanest water that you can find. I don't know the exact numbers and measurements. Organic lemons, organic cayenne pepper, and I think grade B organic maple syrup. That's it. It's like a lemonade with a kick. And you drink that all day long.
Really?
All day long. And you do not eat. And you do this for 12 days or more. I don't know why more fighters don't do it because you have enough nutrients and more than enough. Because I was like zipping around and fine, working and doing a million things. I did it for 12 days. I was fine. I could have gone longer. My friends were like, you need to eat. I'm like, I'm fine. And I was working out and I was going to the gym and I was sparring and I was fine. So in my opinion, that one might be like if people tried it without having to say doing it before a fight, just to do trial and error, try it during, when you're not in a fight camp.
Yeah.
See how it works. That might be a new way of weight cutting without having to deplete your body.
I might try that out. I always like to try new things.
People lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm not even kidding you. So if you think about it, if you're looking to cut X amount of weight, start that 2 weeks out. You don't even have, it's incredible the idea behind it.
I gotta research that. That's a good idea. I might try it. I might try it actually this camp.
Danny, you have to research it. It's called either the lemonade diet or the master cleanse. Look it up and you could read people like reviews on people that have done it. There's people that have done it for 30, 40, 50, like great amount of time and they're fine. So I said, like, why can't you drink that and do it like, have it 12 hours where you just drink that.
That's crazy. I gotta try that. I gotta look it up. I feel like I've heard that before because you said the cayenne pepper. I've heard of that, like a mixture like that before. I just never, I guess, tried to do it.
I did, and it was fine.
Yeah, I gotta try that out.
More than fine. They say that you can't drink coffee. I actually didn't. That was all I did for it. And it's literally a lifestyle change. I tell people if you're going to do that, mentally prepare for it. But a fighter, you guys have mentally prepared for 1,010 things. And I don't get in a cage, a locked freaking cage with someone and fight. And cutting weight and being just a million things go into it that I think that you guys, if anybody could do it and get through it and, get through a week of that, you could do it, Yeah,
I might do it. Does it have to be 12 days? Can it be like 5 days or something?
I'm sure it can. I just know that they say you get all the benefits doing it 12 days or more because what it does is it completely flushes out your entire system. So not to get gross, parasites, anything that you have that you don't even realize, that gets rid of it.
Interesting.
Like it cleans out. There's fasts or cleanse that clean out certain parts of your body and certain organs. This hits all of them.
I definitely gotta look that up. I have a
lot of really cool things nutritionally that like a lot of people don't. And I'm surprised that I don't hear more fighters talking about like chaga mushrooms. It's a tea that you make. It's not funny mushrooms. It's like a real mushroom.
Where are those mushrooms at?
No psilocybin in it. It's just like a food, but it's got a ridiculous amount of medicinal properties, and it's great for your joints and 1,010 things. I'm like, you know what? I should put out information. I'm thinking about writing articles on this shit.
You might as well. You might help a couple people out because I feel like a lot of people are missing weight these days, and I feel like they need some kind of like discipline. So I guess any fresh ideas, somebody might jump on it.
Well, I mean, look at the craze with CBDs and stuff. That was, a dirty secret for a long time. And now, you hear people talk. I'm an advocate for it. It's just, that's like the wave of the future, right? So, like, I feel like every so often they're going to come out with something that's like groundbreaking and, like, oh, the next big thing. And I think that there's a lot out there that, is going to come out in the next couple of years. Is going to be pretty interesting. Danny, what does what are your plans for the next couple of years? I don't want to say 5 years. 5 years is pretty freaking long time. The next couple of years, where do you see yourself? What do you want? What do you want to do?
I mean, like I would obviously want fighting to be like my full-time job, but
Okay.
I also go to school and I also work. So long term, I would like obviously to graduate college, save up some money, and then take a leap of faith and actually just try this full-time fighting thing. I'm trying to stay busy. Like after this fight, I'm looking to fight June 1st, July. Just stay busy, but hopefully be successful. Because I mean, I'm probably gonna struggle a little bit because I'm a flyweight and there's not a lot of fighters there. So I mean, in hindsight, I just gotta be patient. Like you said, be patient. So I don't know what I'm gonna be in a couple of years. I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully it pans out to something special.
Everybody has, reasons why they do everything and why they want to do things.